Welcome back to episode 11 of the BloodPack, you beautiful people. At the end of last episode, we did have the Drell come in, try to attack us. We wiped them out pretty happily. They do not wear much armor, so as a result, they're really easy to take down. And they've only had a couple survivors try to flee. They don't have much of a stomach for a fight, so I don't even think it's 50% go down and they run away. Vorcha, on the other hand, they literally don't stop. Vorcha are really good like that, whereas the Drell, not much of a stomach for the fight, as I've already said. Then along here, what we are doing is we want to at least have 3 clones on the go by the end of this episode. That is the plan. So what we have done is we've put in reinforced granite walls along here. Then we're going to need to put doors in on these sections, and then we can drop the, what they called, sleever incubators, I believe. We'll go into Misk, find them. Yeah, the sleeve incubator. We'll get 3 of those in, and then we might actually like flare up the sides, and then almost have like the science lab in here. So then it becomes like a proper mad scientist laboratory. I think that's a kind of cool thing. And what I've figured as well is we can drop these up so they're in a line, which means there's not going to be the corner section here. Dig out this wall, open this section in the back, and then we can just put all the cabinets along here, because most of it is running across this wall. So we're going to be able to have, because we've got the linkables, we're going to have so many different cabinets being able to increase the speed. With that, we're also going to be able to put in some of these in here, and this is going to be for smeltable equipment. And then as a result, we're going to be able to process all the steel slag super quick, and all of this tainted apparel that can be smelted, that's all going to go down super quickly as well. I am not liking these numbers on Grugon. So he has Plague Major at 79% and immunity now at 79%. So it is catching up slowly, but every chance he gets, he keeps getting up and trying to run out of this room. Which isn't great. So he does have a 600% healing factor, but that doesn't seem to be helping him a massive amount right now. So we just keep an eye on what is happening right here. So extreme 81 to 80. If he stays in the bed, we are just about going to pull this off. But just in case he doesn't, let's go find a Krogan. None of these Krogan are social. Okay, Ergonaut might be. We want to call the Polaris block. And with the Polaris block, they sometimes sell antibiotics. We can give some antibiotics to him, and hopefully that should help cure his plague. And it'll just be something good to have. So, combined antibiotics, they're 120 a pop. Let's get 10 of those whilst we're at it. Polaris Restorer we don't really need. Pick up another 2 skill trainers in crafting. And they do have 2 good Polaris shield belts, which we will take quite happily. Akik's already on it, giving him the combined antibiotics. And if we go here, yeah, the antibiotics reduce the plague and then increase your immunity like super fast. So if we go here, that thing is just going to tick up like crazy. So 75, 76, 97, yeah, so it just goes up crazy quick. So he's going to be immune to the plague super quick, and then if anyone else ends up getting it, we can sort them out. But yeah, I guess it's because Grugon was running around doing stuff, he decided not to heal. Actually, that being said, let's go here. Yeah, everyone should be on patient on 1 and bed rest on 1, so I'm not sure what he was doing. We picked up those 2 skill trainers, so I think we'll bang them into... Actually, Chinook doesn't need them. How's Oppa doing? We'll put 1 into Oppa, and then who else is going to be good for crafting? Ajik, it looks like. So Ajik just went up from 5 to 12 in 1 skill trainer, which is super good for us. This is super cool. We have just got a Perfume Beacon job. So the leader of the Krogan Castaway says his people found an old Perfume Beacon near not a real place. Wikrax has no people spare to launch an excavation, but if you can make it to the location specified, you could gain a significant boost to your research capabilities. Okay, and it's guarded by some tribals. Okay, jump to guarded beacon. Do you know what? That is not far away. We'll wait until the solar flare goes. We'll wait until the next attack comes in, and then we'll go straight after that attack comes through, because then we know that we should have a little bit of breathing time. And how are we looking on turrets? No, still no turrets. I was going to say we put down a few turrets just to buy us some time in the meantime. There's a lot of time there. But no, we don't have them, so we can't do that. It looks like a good job we didn't go and run away to that Prothean Beacon. So we have a scouting party from the Vorcha tribes. 4,500 combat power, that is a decent amount. And they are coming right by us. Which one are you? This is it. So they should be with us in half a day. We can take that out And then I think after that we should be in a good situation to move on. They might attack us, they might not, because sometimes they are literally just scouting and looking about. But if they do come to us, we will be in a situation to take them out. And then from there, we should be clear to disengage and move out. The Vulture tribes did attack us, so here they are. They are meant to be sappers, so they're going to try to turn around our defences. So watch out. They're unusually clever. That is fine. See if they're clever enough to dodge a bullet. Okay, so they're going to the same bit where the other tribals try to come through. Looks like we're going to have to start proper reinforcing this area. They can come through this area, that is fine. Oh, we haven't put the embrasures in. That will be fine to deal with. Oh, and they're throwing grenades. Grenades isn't an issue, they end up normally just grenading themselves. They can tunnel like that. They come through this way, they're going to get shot. We can also put a gun line here, that will be fine. If they come through here, we can take them out as well. That's not going to be an issue either. Unfortunately, we will lose these chitin turrets. No embrasures put in, so that's a slight problem. Actually, thinking about it, I reckon we just go in. I doubt we'll save it, but there is a chance that we might. If these guys don't get caught on fire. And they aggro down to us and we fight them through. We leave this door open. This isn't the way to do it. Put the fire out before you go in, but we kind of need to deal with this. Because we don't want to be losing a bunch of turrets that we can't replace. Okay, one's down already. And now they're tunneling that way. They did manage to get through that reinforced wall. But if we can take that out, take this fire, move up here, and then Grugon can go, and then we should have a clear run. That's left open. We move back to here. Keep open. That chitin turret's pretty much done. We could go pick it up, but right now we just want to get these Vulture into this section. Keep going. Actually, let's rescue it. I don't see why we wouldn't. It's going to take 2 seconds. Uninstall. And then pick up. Cool. And then we'll push through. Then we're going to have the angle on the Vulture because we're going to be coming in behind them. And then we can just blast them apart and see if any of them are worth taking because we need a couple more crafters. Is he going to get his grenade off? Nope. Cool. Sweet. And that's all been done. A little bit of maintenance here. Not a massive issue. We'll slow down the Sleever clone labs, but that is... We don't really have the resources to properly support it at the moment because we're going to need the Nutrimine to keep it going. And Nutrimine's pretty expensive and we don't have a crazy amount of money. Actually, no, that is a lie. We have a lot of money. Yeah. Wow, Vulture, you're annoying. We could have started clones already. But we will just hunt them down because they've delayed us and this is revenge. And all we need to do, granite wall here and granite wall there. Then each time we do it, if we just keep reinforcing it, then eventually they'll stop tunneling in this area. Or if we're smart, I'll just put turrets behind it. Then we'd be done. Okay, cool. You guys are off draft. You guys do what you need to do. This section here. Bedokar. Where were you in that fight, bro? Reinforce here. That doesn't need reinforcing. That's all cool. And close the doors. We'll send everyone with the donkeys other than Board and Chinook. We're not going to need to take anything with us, I don't think. No, we should be fine without taking anything. And then we've got enough supplies to get there and stay there for a little while as well. They reckon it's going to be 1.8 days. Hopefully we can do it a little bit quicker than that. Having the mountain range in between us and this Perfume Beacon is slowing us down a bit. So it looks like they're going to try to avoid most of the mountain range and then come through the north and then come down on this road. Oh, they're going to avoid the mountain range completely. Right, okay. So we have 3.9 days worth of food. Rot's in 2.3. We are foraging a lot of berries, but we are moving at 22 tiles per day. Which isn't crazy quick, but is not too bad. Everyone seems to be in decent enough health. Oh, well, we brought a Boomerlope with us. Okay, fairs. Patrick just got inspired travelling, which means that we move at an extra, like, 1 tile per day. Ooh. Oh, and Joven got it as well. Cool. Turns out the Vulture are really happy when they are on the road. Who would have guessed? Okay, this is weird. 135 days worth of food, 141 days worth of food. These guys must be going nuts on the old berries. Let's have a ganders. 146. No, maybe not. Not gonna lie, did have a little panic right then. Came up with a large infestation. But thankfully, it is happening up here, which is well away from the base. Still going to be annoying. There's going to be a queen, and then they're going to keep reproducing like crazy. So 4.4 days on the large hive, and what you small is 3.5. And then obviously the queen can produce larvae every 12 hours, or larvae. Yeah, they're going to keep on expanding and growing and expanding and growing. We will have to deal with this soon. Otherwise, we are going to get overrun. Unless we play it smart, we put a wall along here. And then we make this the forbidden zone. So no one will go into this bit. Which means if raiders come through, they're going to get attacked and fight the bugs. Then the bugs will aggro and attack us. Which means we can break them down, turn them into chem fuel. And we can sell chem fuel and make a whole bunch of money. That is one thing we can do, which would work quite well. The other is we just go up and we wipe them out. But I think having a bunch of bugs until it starts affecting like the frame rate and the tick rate, I reckon we keep them there and we just harvest them, because that's going to be a whole bunch of jelly. If we can find that. So that's 157 already. That'll produce more. And then there's going to be royal jelly. And looks like we're at the Perfume Beacon. Right, let's get ganders and see what's going to be so important about this. So here's the Prothean Beacon. I wonder if when you get that, if it turns into that research bench. That'll be pretty cool. And what we got? We got some steel. Anything else on the map? No, cool. Yeah, that might turn into the research bench. That'll be pretty cool. I don't think we need to worry too much about any tactics in this. They're tribals running into space attack weapons. It's going to be pretty one-sided. And let's claim that. And what do you do? Once the primary civilized species in a galaxy, all the Protheans have left behind are in their ruins. These beacons have become the source of the most advanced technology in the galaxy and share their history and lore. Those who have prepared to interact with them may gain knowledge, whilst others may go insane. Okay, cool. Good job, we have a whole bunch of vulture. We can just throw out that until it works. Right, this is now ours. I don't think we're going to get any points for staying here, so let's unload that. And how heavy are you? 15 kilograms. Fine, fine, fine. Well, I was kind of expecting a little bit more of a showdown, but that is okay. You guys can all bleed out. We do not care about you. We can't really take the steel. The chitin turret's already got. And that is now ours. Anything going to be worth taking? Nothing's going to be worth taking. And that steel's not really worth it, because we take it, we're just going to go a lot slower. So we've got the Prothean Beacon. That's what we came for. So back to the original point. Wall off along here. Forbid this area. And then maybe semi-wall this off, so whatever comes along gets forced into this section. But then that'll keep our pawns from going through it. So then we don't need to worry about them. And this here has been quite a useful meteorite. So that's come in and has now just basically refilled the area where the tribals tried tunneling through. So we might come in underneath and then undermine it to get those walls in and then wall along here. Not too sure yet, because I'm kind of interested to see how this kill zone develops over time. But the other side is the roof did collapse. So we're going to end up having to shoot through all of this unless we mine out. But we got plenty of mining going on at the moment anyway. Caravan has returned from the Perfume Beacon. So they came back super quickly, which is really good for us. So we don't mind that. I think it's because we also got a bunch more inspired travel. So almost all the vulture had inspired travelling. So we were going super quick. Running low on granite once again. So we're going to start stripping out this area up here. Don't think it's going to make too much difference to our defence. And then we might go and block this section here off. This way we always know if anything comes from this part of the map, there's going to take a little bit longer to travel to us. Because if they come here, mind you, I don't think there's going to be a massive amount in it. But just blocking that off would help. Forcing everyone into certain areas so we can make traps. And once we get some fighters, if we know people have to come from a certain area, we can scramble the fighter pilots to get in and then start like doing bombing runs on people. Which I think is going to actually be like super sweet. They're digging out this area like crazy, so it's going to start collapsing in on them and hopefully takes out a hive or two. But with that, you know, they're not going crazy, thankfully. There's going to be a lot of them, that is for sure. But we will be able to deal with this nice and quickly. And also, just look at all of that royal insect jelly. That's 160 right there. That's going to sell for a fortune. And then the actual insect jelly, most of the bugs are eating it. So that's staying about the same. Do you know what? We actually have to make a move. In that time that we're just talking, 4 more insects spawned. So I think we go in, we kill the queen, wipe out all of the big bugs, go on to don't allow fire at will, and then we strip out all of the jelly. And then we can just basically farm the bugs for a while. And let's install the Prothean Beacon whilst we're going to get everyone ready. I'm interested if it behaves any different once it's put up inside your base, if it has like different options, or maybe you just need to be around it to activate it, or if there's a thing where you actually have to go up and click it to get any result from it. But we do also have Ikea has his cortical stack. Now that cortical stack means if anything goes wrong, we can clone him again. Hopefully. It might go wrong. There's probably a pretty fair chance that it might. And Grugon, in the meantime, I do need you to go down here so that we can process through this, because we are now starting to overflow everywhere with all of the stuff that we are not being able to smelt through or destroy in time. So in here, incinerate, and we just go and close the door. This room takes forever to cool down though, that's its only issue. So we've installed the beacon. We can repair it. Okay. Done by Joven. Let's have a little ganders. Okay, it says you need to interact with it, but we can't actually open beacon, reserved by someone else. Joven, I don't want you opening that beacon. So you go there, Ikea, open beacon, see what happens. I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, no one's ever seen a Krogan go mad and start trying to kill things. Oosh. Oosh, oosh, oosh. Free tech-proof persona cores. What are we researching? Okay, so tech-proof persona cores, when we start doing like some big research, like say when we're doing the sleeves, we could have done that instantly. I like that. I like that a lot. So we could do, say, the Genesis, which is 72,000, which is a crazy amount. We could do that in one go. Literally just drop it in, bing bang bosh, and it's done. Nice. That is really good. And how pretty are you? That says nothing about prettiness. I think we put it in the comms room. Well, in the communal room. Why not? And in the meantime, let's go up and wipe these bugs out. There is starting to get quite a few of them. I keep saying that because they keep multiplying. And they're multiplying fast. Looks like we have kicked the hornet's nest. Okay, move back. Shoot and scoot. And these guys along here are rapid. Yeah, all we need to do is just keep shooting and moving back. Some of them will start to de-aggro, then the ones that carry on, there's going to be less than them, we can pick them apart. Then once the fast ones are done, we can go in and start taking out the slower ones, like these old megapedes. And it looks like they're just going to go straight for the base. Okay, we'll take this section, then if they carry on through to the base, we can always just run through and then get to the kill zone. We are going to be fine. And also, just a whole bunch of chem fuel. The Krogan should be quick enough to get in behind. And if we can get in behind, we should be able to aggro a bunch of them back onto us. There we go. Cool. Some of them are coming back this way. Not a massive amount, but a decent amount. Keep moving. Yeah, just bugs aren't super scary when you catch them out in the open. When they're in the middle of your base, though, slightly different story. I panicked then. I thought our base was burning down. Which technically it is, but it's a controlled burn. I thought it was going to repeat of the other episode. That would have sucked so bad. Okay, let's cause some actual damage to these bugs. What are you guys doing? And how many of you are there? Oh, it's just a bunch of little like nibbly boys. Nah, I'm not going to take them too seriously. They'll be annoying, they'll probably go after the donkeys. With that being said, no, you guys are in area 1. Shoot this, these guys will come out, then we can deal with them. I think we're just going to go here. I mean, we should be moving around to stop them from flanking us. But if we move this way, all they're doing is they're going to have to come back. And then they're going to be out in the open, which is where we have the advantage. Lots and lots of field of fire. I reckon we just deal with it now. Before we get too distracted and something bad happens. Okay, they are going into the kill zone slowly. We dealt with as much of that as we need. Yep, let's go back. We got a fire in there. That's going to spread. I would have preferred to have kept those. Actually, I'll tell you what, we're going to keep these four. These four are going to put out the fire so we can get all the royal insect jelly and also take out the last of the hives. There's no point us losing all of this, seeing as we just kind of came this way to deal with it. Okay, I managed to get back just in time. So some of the little bugs are coming in, but these are these little tiny ones. They are not a massive threat, so we're going to be fine. And Ikea seems to be a really good shot at the moment. Grugon's in. Yeah, this is fine. Then they got their somewhat bigger and heavy bugs coming down, but the rest, everyone else will be in position for that. We managed to save most of this insect jelly. I don't think too much of it melted away or burnt off. So that's 290 and what was that, 230? Yeah, 235, and then we'll destroy those as well. Cool. You guys back into defensive positions. It's raining, so the fire's not going to spread outside. And looks like those guys all got bored and stopped. Amazing. We have 4 bionic arms in storage, so we are going to put 2 onto Chinook, seeing as they are missing one of their arms already. Then we're going to put the other 2 onto Crank, as well. Crank kind of does a lot of the construction, and the less he fails, the quicker we're going to get this done. So normally we should have had enough granite to get through everything, shouldn't have been a big issue. Problem being is their failure rate is so high that it is just melting through all of our granite, which is kind of unfortunate. So we keep having to go process more of it, and that's taking more time because that means the crafters aren't doing other things. So hopefully if we can stabilize them so they can actually make the walls properly, then we are just going to start moving a whole load quicker. Something about this section of the map, everyone loves to run into danger in. So Belikar managed to run into all of the bugs. I take it he was probably trying to pick up the uranium. And then, yeah, now he is fighting 2 royal mega spiders. That being said, he is doing alright against them. That SMG isn't half bad so long as someone's like stood directly in front of you. Okay, cool. So we took them down. We do obviously have the rest of the insects now aggroing down. But in that time, we've been able to start forming up a gun line. So everyone else is moving this way. Wasn't sure how far Belikar was going to get. I didn't think that he was going to be able to disengage from them. Which he has, which is super cool. Not even mad about that. Okay, move back. We'll go here. And gives us a decent chance to move through. Unfortunately, we did get rid of Belikar's shield. Just because it messes up his shooting somewhat. And also I didn't want the other guys picking it up because the other guys just for some reason keep trying to pick up shields, which is just making them carry more than they need to, therefore they're a little bit slower and it's not quite ideal. And also they can't haul as much. I'd prefer things to be able to haul more. Come on, die. Awesome, that is all of the bugs now. That infestation has been dealt with. Now if it was like right in our base, that would have been a slightly larger problem. Selling off a load of meat and levers because we have a massive stockpile of them. We can pick up 2 synthetic stomachs. Now they're going for super cheap, so they're going for 1,250, which is fine. And I think we'll pick up a bionic leg, or an advanced bionic leg, just because it saves us making it later. And at 2,400, that's not too bad. Also, they have 2 architect eyes, which I think would work quite well on Grugon. And let's get some more crafting. Yeah, that's all we're going to need there. One thing that we were able to get is we were able to get some more Prothean fragments. There's only 1, mind you, so it's not a massive amount. But it's cool that we can occasionally pick them up. And selling off the insect jelly, chem fuel, meats, just pretty useless stuff like that. With the research finished for the mechanoid power cells, we are now going to start digging down into the bottom sections of the base, so into like the end of the mountain. And we are going to bury these power cores deep, deep down. Because they produce a crazy amount of heat. And you have those in anywhere near anything important, it's going to get super hot super quickly. So ideally, if we can hide it off here, that is going to work really well for us. And also the other side is we don't want raiders coming in and getting lucky and being able to hit them. Because they are silly expensive. Like the power core by itself is just shy of 3 grand. Then you got like 200 plasteel, which is like another 2,000. And then like another like 300-400 steel on top of it, which is like another 600 to 800. Which, as you can imagine, makes them super, super expensive. So we don't want to lose them. Plan being, we hide them in the mountain. That's not going to happen. Similar way that we have hidden these, they're not going to have as many defences around them, but we do want them out of the way. We are also on the lookout for a bug repulsor so we can stop the infestations happening, but we haven't been able to find one yet, but we will carry on looking. And let's just get some more lighting set around the base, and then these sections do need sorting out, but issue being, yeah, Vulture just keep failing building everything. So we are digging up here, we keep bringing like the granite and the silver down, well, the steel down, then we all process it down, and then all that happens is the Vulture then just fail building. Talking about failing building, construction 20.99, which is super crazy, ridiculously high. Oh, okay, we can't do it. We did manage to pick up a bunch of exosuits. Plan was going to be we get those exosuits and then we put them onto the crafters and the builders. But we don't have the research yet, so we can't actually put them on them. So 2 exosuits there. Then we got 2 architect eyes, which we can put on. An advanced bionic leg that we can't do. And anything good over here, a bionic arm. And a couple empty cortical stacks. Thinking what we do, 2 architect eyes into Crank to see if that makes him any better at building. Or apparently we can't do that either. No biggie. Starting to put down the flooring in here. This is very expensive. So this is going to take a long time for it to pay itself off. But once it starts paying itself off, which will be within probably a couple in-game weeks, maybe an in-game month, this is going to make a massive difference. Because we are now going to have a continuous supply of steel coming in. And with our ability to make chem fuel, and if we set up another couple drill stations, we can continuously kick out the chunks. We can always be building granite chunks over here. Well, actually this, I think, will move down into here, just so we can start centralising the whole base, so there's less moving around. We are always going to be able to start producing. With a plasteel forge, we're always going to be able to kick out more plasteel. And plasteel being like one of the end game bottlenecks, we're going to have that sorted. So, what we do have is we have the automatic drill. So we could set, say, how big are you? So you're 3x3. Okay, let's do a little bit of quick maths here. So that's 17. So we can comfortably fit 5 in. So we can have 5 along here. And then off those, we can be producing... Oh no, we've only got the masonry saw. Okay, we're going to need to do a little bit more research. So we can turn the stone chunks into steel. And then that steel we mix with stone blocks and chem fuel, like we said, and produce more plasteel. So yeah, once this is up and running, it's not going to break the game. It is very well balanced. But it does mean that we're going to have a passive form of steel coming in continuously, which is going to be amazing. And then off the back of that, we are going to be able to produce a whole bunch of plasteel, which I am not even mad about. Not a good time to be the Croaking Castaways, so they're just walking along, minding their own business, and now there's a space battle going off on top of them. Yeah, that would suck. Be like, yes, we're slavers and we're here to trade, and then just like, bad days. Thankfully they haven't been hit, otherwise they might get a little bit grumpy. It doesn't look like... Oh, is that a Fortra in the back? Oh, that is. Temperature tolerant, abrasive, jogger, careful shooter, pretty and wimp. Yeah, you're not going to be great for us, unfortunately, buddy. Space battle, slavers, and tribals. That is a decent amount of events happening in a very short amount of time. We're not going to let tribals get ready. We're just going to come out straight away and we're just going to intercept them. Cranky going to shoot. There we go, buddy. I was going to say we're going to intercept them before they can do anything, but yeah, we are a little bit out of position. I think we pull back behind the firewall so we can create our firing line. You know, a lot of fire there. And we should just be able to nuke them down nice and quickly. If they pull this way, they're going to be like herded into a small area. Space battle is ending. Not surprising. That was going on for a decent while. And we should just be able to start picking them apart. We outranged them by quite a margin right now. That was a good shot. He just got slaughtered. Move up. Let's pick our angles. And start taking these guys out. Grugon, you got powers, haven't you? Yes. How would you like an incinerate? Yeah, let's go there. Jumper, you fool. You fool. Okay, move in here. You guys keep going forward. Crank, you're doing alright. Patrick just got slaughtered by something. Let's pull him back. Oh, they got some muskets. Oh, that's nice of them. No, that's going to help them at all. And this is going to be a whole load of chem fuel. Let's keep moving forward, keep pushing in, and just take these guys out bit by bit. So cleared those tribals up pretty nicely. There is a fire going, so a whole bunch of this kit's going to burn off, which in some ways is good for us because if you look over here, we're not processing through things too quickly at the moment. So that for us means less work for our pawns. It does mean less resources, but details, resources aren't a massive issue right now. We are getting on with this though. This is starting to take some shape. It's getting there slowly. We got a bunch of bionics ready for when people need them. Hospital lab is going alright, and we're also now researching the advanced bionics into organ transplantation, into synthetics, into neuroscience, which means we're going to be able to put in all of these advanced bionics real soon, which is going to be great for us. But with that, I think I need to wrap up the episode. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Konzi, and I look forward to catching you on the next one.